Statistics, dot plots, and stem and leaf plots. Numerical data can be displayed with these two types of graphs. A dot plot is used for small sets of data, only numerical data, in this case, that's close together, so the numbers aren't too spread out. And stem and leaf plots are used for larger sets of always numerical data, and they're often good for when the data is a bit more spread out. So this set of data is the daily maximum temperature in degrees Celsius for the first 2 weeks of July in Cairns. So you can see it's not very much data, and it's all in the 20s and 30s, which means it's pretty close together. It's a really good option for a dot plot. Now, a dot plot has a number line down the bottom that goes a bit below and a bit above the lowest and highest numbers. So our lowest number here is 25. Our highest number is 32. So we probably need to go from 24 up to 33. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 spots. And you write a number line that can cover 10 little gradations. So we'll make ours a centimetre apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we put an arrow on either end, and we said we were going from 24 all the way up to 33. Thought I lost count for a minute there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I did lose count. Now, we label our number line underneath to say what it is. It's temperature in degrees Celsius. So the units go in brackets. And then, I'll just put the ruler there so we're not looking at the next question as well. I should get a piece of paper. For every piece of data, you put a dot or a cross above the correct number. So at 32, I'll put a dot or a cross, I like using crosses, above the 32. Now it's really good if you've got grid lines or lines because you can make sure your dots are evenly spaced. So for all of these, it's a good idea to mark them off as you've done them because you don't lose track that way. My first dot is going on the first grid line. But now I get to my second 32, I'll put it one grid line up. So what this makes is actually pretty like a column graph. I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4 31s. 1, 2, 3, 4. (29 and 35, 28, 27, 29. And there we go, that's a dot plot. And it lets us see very quickly that the majority of our temperatures were in the high 20s to 30s here, and that 31 was the most common temperature. So it looks actually a little bit like a column graph, but drawn with a dot for every single measurement. And that's pretty useful because you can also check quickly how many days they measured. That's a dot plot. Now a stem and leaf plot is better for data that's a bit more spread out. And a stem and leaf plot actually needs to be done twice because they've said they would like an ordered stem and leaf plot And that means we'll do one that's out of order to make it easy, and then one to put it in order. And the way we split it up, you might remember it from year 6, is that a stem gets the tens units. So the smallest number I've got in here is in the 30s. So my stem starts at 3 for in the 30s, and it goes all the way up to in the 90s. Do I have space? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I do. So we do the stem, and we put a line, and then the leaf is the units of each number. Now the way that works is that 54 goes in the 5 stem because it's in the 50s, and I put a 4 here to say 54. 41, 55, 49, 37, 38, 37, 48. So you can see that it will turn out not in order, but this is really the easiest way to get all the numbers in the right row. A 0 for 70, 60, almost there, 45, 43, 46, 55, 90, 56. So that is an unordered stem and leaf graph. And you can see that most of the data is in the 40s and 50s. This was the number of property damage reports per month in the last couple of years. About 50 per month or 40 per month is normal. 90 per month was very high. So that's an unordered stem and leaf plot, and we now need to copy it with the same stems, but put the leaf part in order. So you will need to do 2 every time you do a stem and leaf graph, because it's just too hard to work it out otherwise. So 7, 8, 7 means here I'm going to write 7, 7, 8. We've got to be careful to get this in order. 1, 3, 2 4s, 5, 6, 8, 9. Just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What have I missed? That's embarrassing. There's 2 6s. So see, it's better if you don't get it squeezed in like that, but you can do a bit of a check. In the 50s, I've got a 1, a 2, 2 4s, 2 5s, a 6 and an 8. Again, check. 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces of data. 2, 4, 6, 8. Good. 0, 3, 0. Nothing in the 80s, because there wasn't any piece of data in the 80s, and a 0 for the 90s. So that's an ordered stem and leaf plot. When they ask you, label leaf, when they ask you to do a stem and leaf plot, you do 1 just to get the numbers in the right row, and then 1 where you put them in order.